Good evening. It's 7 o'clock on a Monday night, and I am here for mental mind treatments. I must say, it is really good to be back, so called, in the saddle again after having this tremendously wicked cold, cough, whatever you want to call it. Really laid me right out for days. I still have a little bit of a nasal, and I still have at times a little lot of mucus still, but still, we're operational. I've had clients again, and yes, I still take naps more than I was doing, but it's all good. It's all good, and I'm happy to be here to be able to do mental mind treatments for you. And I really haven't been up on whether people have emailed or anything. I just, excuse me, I have to have a little cough here. There, just clearing the passageways here. Kayla says, glad you are feeling better. Seeking, sending, not seeking, sending love and blessings to all. And Karen Lee Ackland says, hi, Norma. Hi, well, I'm ready for the mental mind treatments and psychic impressions or whichever what we need. So, as I said, I didn't check emails or messages or anything. And if you did it, send me that way. I'm sorry. You'll need to put them on here. Karen says, howdy. I would love a general prayer. And the numbers are 19, 7, and 14. And Ali Oopers has joined us. And glad to be here. Glad to have you here, too. Okay, so this is Karen. So let us begin. So, Karen, with 19, 7, and 14, what we've got here is movement, a lot of movement, a letting go of the past, sort of a refreshing, like being rejuvenated and recognizing that the past is the past. And also about rebalancing, keeping a balance with the eye on movement. So, based on what we've done in the weeks before, sorry, let me have a drink of water. I start talking and then things start falling down the back of your throat. Anyway, I will clear this. What I like to see here, Karen, is the continued movement of the direction that you're going in. That yes, with there's a lot of newness, there's a lot of beginning, there's a lot of going forward. But every time we go forward, we leave things behind. And I really think in this case, leaving things behind is important. It's like recognizing that that's done. Whatever's gone on is done. And so now we're ready to move ahead. And it is a journey. You're just like beginning a new journey. It's almost like every Monday, we'll say some Sunday, usually they have at the beginning. Let's say Monday, because we're on Monday night. Every Monday is the beginning of a new week. Every Monday, you have the opportunity of being new. You have an opportunity of leaving the past behind, moving ahead. And for Karen, that's how that feels to me. So I just want to pat you on the back and say, keep going. So let's see what treatment brings. Okay. I know there is one power and one essence, and I know that we all that I speak to here are connected to that power in one way or another. And as I speak my word for Karen, I know that the future is there before me. And all I have to do is put my feet on the path, so to speak, and move forward, recognizing what has been before is now in the past. What has been established, what has happened, what is being created is gone, because this is a new time and a new period and a new awareness. New ideas, new feelings, new aspirations are all there. So when the old wants to kind of creep out, which quite often will happen, it will be like we're kind of habits, actually, is what it is. It's like a recognition that's done. I am complete. I am now moving forward in light, strength, and purpose. And so, in the treatment, as we move deeper, I know that there is a blessing that you have here, Karen. And the blessing is that absolute love, yes, but also a sense of adventure, newness, opening up because you're not sure exactly where and what's happening next. And that is the exciting part. That is the part where you get to experience joy and awareness and growth and process. I give thanks in the knowingness that Karen is, I want to say, beyond the old pattern. It's like it's done. And now the movement forward into newness, into strength, into purpose. There's a purpose here. May not be aware yet what that is, but it's coming for sure. It's like every step that you're taking on the way is just bringing more and more and more delight. I give thanks in the knowing of this. I give thanks as I release this thought for Karen that there is, oh, such joy awaiting, such excitement, such a new perspective. And as I release this thought, I know that Karen is well looked after in that direction of newness as she moves forward. And so I say thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. I give thanks. And so it is. Amen. Okay, Kayla now has 3, 21, 22. Still ongoing tiredness. Yeah. Sometimes when our body gets overtired or we have taken it to the point of, in a sense, no return, really, is that it does seem to be for a long, long period of time. But the numbers you give me or have given me here tells me that you are connected to the love source, which can revitalize the cells. Like it's when we breathe it in, the cells can be revitalized, that you are aware of where you're heading and you have faith. I just want to say is that this is not a time to go rushing out and creating more and more things. This is a time of nourishment, of letting the love vibration, the awareness to heal, to fortify, to strengthen. And because you have 21 there within the balance of all things, that there's a balance of knowing when you're at the edge and need to back off, when you're feeling okay and can go forward. And most importantly, with the 3, which represents the love force, is the 22 having faith. Having faith that your feet are directed, that your strength is there. But to me, it's like allowing that strength in, giving yourself time, giving yourself a sense. Sometimes I talk about these little cards that I have, and it's really funny because, and I forgot to talk about it first. I'm out of practice. That's why I want to see if you can see this. It says a steam bath. And that's what I feel that you're doing. It says it's time for an esteem bath. Love yourself, honor yourself, appreciate yourself. And on little figures in a bath water. And now on the backside, it says, I now have deep within me and all around me all the resources I need. And that's what I feel here, except you can't overdo that. You've done that. You've stretched yourself too thin. So now you've got to allow that to rebuild back up. Allow that to come into play in such a wonderful sense of being. I know that you have strength. I know that your esteem bath is there because you can take care of you. So it's like putting yourself in that love vibration and allowing it to it's like repair cells, to repair strength, to give a different perspective. And so that you move slowly and surely into that sense of I am strong, I am healed, I am at one, I am me, and I am me getting stronger with every breath that I take. That comes right down into the very fabric of who I am, because I know that love exists and I know that it is there for me. I give thanks in the knowing of this. I give thanks as we release this for Kayla by saying, and so it is. Okay, Karen Lee says, hang on, with So interesting being back on a Monday night again because I had to miss last Monday. I couldn't even talk then. So surprise, surprise. Um, I would love a treatment. 2, 10, and 12. 2 is always about decisions, deciding, and 10 is change and action where you need to be like the center of the change that's happening around you. And then 12 is acceptance. So when we put that sort of story together, what we have here, excuse me just a sec. What we have here is for you to decide. I just think it's your next steps. You need to decide with clarity because somehow or other there's not clarity in here. We need clarity of the movement, the change, the perception of where you're heading. And it also has acceptance, acceptance of what is. Now, if I was to change those numbers around a little bit and I put 12 in front of the 10, front of the 2, by accepting what is, I can choose to make the changes that I require to move forward. And that sits better on me. That sits on my shoulders better. I feel much more complete. I think that the key here is for you is acceptance of what is. When things are the way they are and you can't change them, you accept. But then you can decide what you want to do about that. So in a way, yes, the numbers say accept because change is happening, but acceptance, I just want to put that 12 in front. So I hope you don't mind that because I like that the flow better and I like flow. When things flow and make sense. And so we just move that around a little bit and put the 2 at the back. I don't think I've ever done this before, change the actual numbers around, but I really feel that this is the whole key of your accepting you, accepting the journey, accepting what? Because that 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. And if you've got your tarot deck, look at the central core of that. There's the solidity. That's where you sit. So when things go around and get out of hand or whatever, that you're centered. And that centered comes from the acceptance of your knowledge and your awareness and your sense of being. And so you can move forward with ease and with grace, with much easier because you're able to choose that's where you want to be. Because you got to decide how do you want to be? Do you want to be on that wheel going round and round and round? Because that's what the Wheel of Fortune does. If it gets out of whack, if it goes too far, you don't even know which way is up anymore. But you want to stay centered in that. And I really think with all this, the whole thing bridges on your acceptance. And then you can decide how you want things to go. Personally, I would like to see that wheel move slowly, not fast. I would personally like to see you working with that because we need action, we need change, but we need it slow. I'm going to put you and Kayla in the same slow button. Slow but sure of the direction of where you're heading. I give thanks in knowing that Karen Lee knows exactly where and what she needs to do and bring about the direction of where she's heading and where she's going so that she can decide easily for her through acceptance of change. That sounds good. I give thanks as I release this, knowing it is true, it is done. And there is an awareness and I just feel satisfied inside. And so I want to convey that to you, a sense of satisfaction, like with a breath, like it's done and I'm ready. I give thanks as we release this by saying, and so it is. Amen. Okay, Maggie G. Now I'm just going to read this. Good evening, Norma. I would ask for patience. Oh, gosh, yes. 7, 16, and 21. Chariot, Tower, the World. You know, number 16, and I've spoken a little bit about that lately because of everything that was going on in my world, is that When circumstances are happening outside of ourselves, when we have no control over them, and it seems like everything that we either believe in or trust in or have worked to create gets, thrusted out. The tower is in a very interesting lesson point. And I think I spoke about it a couple of Wednesdays ago before I couldn't talk. But anyway, what we see here, Maggie G, is this. It is time to let go of the past. I really feel like your time has run out in the sense of hanging on to things from the past. Because if you do not let go, now what do we let go of? Let's talk about that for a minute. Do we let go of people? Do we let go of places? Do we let go of beliefs and attitudes? Do we let go of judgments? I would say a little bit of all of that. Because if we do not let go when it is an appropriate time to let go, that number 16, which is also a 7, right? So it's also about letting go, comes in and usually is not pleasant because you have no control over it. Comes in and whacks the life a little bit, actually. But it does come down to a 7 also, which means letting go. And the whole thing with that particular symbol is so intricate because 2 people fall from the tower. One going forward and to the odds of light, which is the steps of the tower back up, and one holding on to what they've got and falling away. Choice here. There's a choice. And that choice for you, I think here, is to do with that 7 is the letting go of what has been. There's something about not going back, only forward. And the key here is to create the balance that you need and require. And I want to go into your heart because 21 is another 3, which is another love vibration. I want to go into your heart it's like doorways are opening up. And as the doorways are opening up, you've got to choose which doorway you want to go through. It's kind of like those games they had on TV, you can pick doorway 1, doorway 2, doorway 3, which one do you want kind of thing. I think it's like, what do you want now? What do you want to come forward now as you move forward? What is that? Because if you do not let go of the old, if you do not let go of beliefs, attitudes, people, etc., it kind of will be harsher. So we really want the letting go to be clear. But then also in the letting go is the welcoming of the new, to allow the newness in. It's not like you're left stranded on a desert island. It's like opening a door and stepping through. And to me, it feels free. It feels free, like that, like you have choice. You have different kind of choice, but it's freer and easier. And you're not bound by it's supposed to be, it should be, it's got to be. All of those things seem to disappear as you've got freedom to rebuild your life in a little different way. I have no idea what's going on, Maggie G, but something's happening and something represents change. And so it's about being in change. So I'm going to do my treatment around accepting change, okay? I know in the one power and the one essence, as I speak my word for Maggie G, I know that strength and power is there inside to be able to see the direction in which to move in, the direction to which to step, the direction to which to have faith and understanding that your highest and best is always operative, even when we can't see it, know it, or don't like it. It's always there. And the key is acceptance of that, of knowing that as we leave one viewpoint, as we let go of many viewpoints often, that we're moving into a newer, strange world maybe, but one which is necessary. There is all about change and strength and power and knowing, but mostly belief and the attitude of moving into the new with strength. And to me, it brings a lot of peace. I feel at peace. It's like everything has fallen into the right place. And now it's moving forward with faith, understanding, and awareness. And it's like I have open arms welcoming that. I give thanks in knowing that Maggie G is stepping into newness, into strength, into purpose, into love, into awareness, all those neat things. And so I release this thought knowing that it is done by saying, and so it is. Amen. Okay, Kayla says, I chuckled when you brought up the card. I am dog sitting for 3 weeks at a home and have been using the hot tub daily. I also canceled most normal activities, usually done in June. Great treatment. Thank you, Kayla. You enjoy. Yeah, take it easy. Regenerating is really, really what's happening. Oh, I used to love it when I could go and have hot tubs all the time. Oh, yeah. Okay. Maggie G now says, thank you. Karen Lee says, thank you. Life feels like it's spinning completely in the control of my mom. Yeah, I can understand that. She seems to be holding all the cards right now. So yes, I need to accept and take things slow for me. I would agree. It's so easy to get caught up in other people's, I'm going to say, use the word drama. And when an older person it seems like they hold all the cards, but they don't. They don't hold their cards. What happens is they're like a spoiled child. It's like they've gone reverted back to being babies. And sometimes what do we do with a spoiled child? We say no. Not easy, not easily done, but sometimes needs to be done. And for your treatment, man, I'll tell you that it was an interesting one. And you've got a choice. No matter what, you've got a choice. And I want to hear about it next Monday. How you're doing with that? Okay, where are we on our time? A little bit. Maggie Jesus, thank you. Push the send button to send. Thank you for all your words. Got goosebumps. Goosebumps means truth. That's what it means. So that makes me feel really, really good. Well, we only have a short amount today compared to what we use, because usually I have a list that I start off with, which I didn't, because I just am not quite 100% yet. Karen Marcus says, thanks, all makes sense. Good. I like to make sense. I really do. And I'm I was telling somebody the story of recognizing I was studying astrology for 3 years at one time, and my ex-husband, my daughter, astrologers, different kinds of astrology, but astrologers. And here's me for 3 years been trying to figure out this, and finally I accepted that I was an intuitive. Thank you. I go back to my tarot. I'm happy. Astrology, I understand, but I'm not an astrologer. And so I have a lot of astrology friends and I love it, but my brain was, because I say, that is mental. And I'm intuitive. And I look at these numbers down here, which most people won't make any sense at all. And it just clicks and comes into being. So anyway. I'm here back doing readings, doing transformations, getting things back into normal, which is really good. I want to thank you for joining me today. And I will be back on Wednesday with a talk. I think I'm going to carry on my talk from Sunday. If you've seen a Sunday thought, I'm going to sort of expand a little bit more on what I said on Sunday, and for this week anyway. And then I'll be... Then the next thing it'll be Sunday again, and then the next thing it will be Monday night, mental mind treatments. Thank you so much for all your good thoughts and all the feeling of eventually getting back, even though I still sound stuffed up. I am getting every day stronger. And every day I'm getting better. And I just have to say, for those of you that have been following me, and I was talking on Sunday about how I hadn't been treating my arm the best way mentally. I was at the arthritis department this morning, and they've given me exercises to do every day now. and my arm was quite sore by the time I came home from today from doing this, that, and the other. So hopefully the exercises will begin working on it, and we will. And I've got it on my fridge, so every day I can manage to do that. Oh, as I'm reading, Eliop says, thank you, Norma. So glad you are continuing to improve. Definitely, actually, really good. I'm going to bid you all adieu. Thank you for being here. I sincerely appreciate it. And I look forward to being back with all the 3 shows back on full steam ahead. Thanks a lot. Have a great night. Talk to you soon. Bye.